Hey guys, welcome back to some more Skate news. We just got another episode of the weekly grind that we want to go over today, and also some other stuff. But first of all, if you should have missed it so far, we got a new event in Skate that has just started yesterday and will run for 1 week until March 24th. This is the Skate Paddies event, so it's celebration of the St. Patrick's Day, and here we got some new challenges, some new tasks, some new rewards, so cosmetic rewards that you can unlock, and also the community parks. All three of them have changed to fit into this theme. So be sure to check this out. I've also went over everything in yesterday's video already. If you haven't seen this yet, be sure to check it out as well. And there was a bug yesterday that I already talked about in this video, where there were tracking issues with some of the tasks and challenges, so you couldn't get the shamrocks, so the new event currency. But this issue was resolved during the night, so Skate just posted that the task tracking issues have been resolved, but you need to redo the tasks, unfortunately, for the event tracker to track them. So if you've played the event yesterday already and you've done the tasks and the challenges, then maybe you should check them today again. Maybe they didn't track without you noticing, and maybe you have to do them again. This is always a bit of a pain, I gotta be honest, with these tasks and challenges. I don't know why they cannot just fully fix this, but it's always happening. So unfortunately, it happened this time with the event as well. And while we're talking about bug fixes or back-end fixes already, there has also been an issue right after the release of Season 3 where players were charged twice for the Skate Premium Pass. And this took them, I think, a few days to figure out and to fix it. But now we've got a back-end fix for this, and you should not be charged twice anymore for buying the Premium Pass. And if you have been affected by this, then refunds are processed right now. And if you have been affected by this, you should also see a message within your game, so when you start it up, I assume, that indicates that you had hit this bug. So not everyone was affected by this, but there were some players affected, and if you have been affected, you should be notified, and hopefully you will get your Sandbox refunded as soon as possible. Now, talking about more bug fixes, we can expect to see another update next week already, which is 30.2, so the following update of the one that we got with the start of Season 3. And they're not saying when it will drop exactly, but I assume that on Monday we will see the patch notes again, so Monday, March 23rd, and then on Tuesday, March 24th, I think we will see the update. And they're not specifically writing which changes or which fixes will be made with this specific update, but with a new grind episode we got at least a little preview of fixes that we can expect to see in the coming weeks. So first of all, the popless flip tricks out of grinds cannot be performed anymore, which is something that was pointed out actually as a kind of feature where people thought that this might have been a change in this update, but it's not, it's just a bug, so this is not intended. And also grind exits on ledges frequently make the skater reattach to the grind. And what they will fix as well is that welcome and starter pack bundles in the store accidentally display through the UI. And they've also had some other stuff that they posted only on Twitter, but this is basically the same. So what they broke with 30.1 is the grind transitions. We already heard about this. Then the popless grind exits. Here they also say that the fix is definitely coming in 30.2, so next Tuesday. The low pop height issues and the grind assist issues. And again, they're writing right here that the bugs are unintended and that the team is investigating these issues and working on a fix. And what they also shared is that there is another known issue where settings sometimes do not carry over from session to session, and they're also still investigating it. What is not being fixed next week, because this is still being investigated? The stuff up here where it says fixed in the coming weeks, we know at least that it will be fixed and they are working on it, but the stuff down here under the known issues list, this stuff is still investigated and we don't know when it will actually be fixed. I hope it is sooner than later though, because some of those bugs are pretty annoying. So first of all, we have double grinds that are harder to perform now. Then we have the unintended pop height and speed sensitivity changes that a lot of people pointed out in the comments as well. There are seasonal challenges on the Isle of Grom that are displaying the wrong icon, but here restarting the game will sometimes fix all or some of the icons. Then trophies or achievements are not triggering. The notifications when a friend comes online can randomly trigger multiple times. Then we also have a bug where rarely when players enter the store tutorial, the social menu accidentally opens instead and the controller briefly becomes unresponsive. Also, the game sometimes crashes when a fourth player joins your party. Scrolling through session type options in the throwdown menu can cause the descriptions to mismatch with the selections. Event challenge criteria sometimes fails to update after completion. When traveling as a party to the Isle of Grom, if the party leader has a menu open while the timer is ticking, the timer will get stuck at 0. Here a workaround is simply cancelling the queue because this is supposed to resolve the issue. On PC, if you're adjusting your video settings, it can cause other settings to change as well. When you are on console and you're accepting a party invite via Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, the invite reappears after the player is already in the party. Then spin degrees in the trick feeds are sometimes inaccurate and graphical glitches are still present in the UI when you are using an AMD GPU. What you can do here is to go to the AMD driver side, find your graphics card from the search or browse drivers section, then click on the previous version and download the Adrenalin 25121. So you basically have to roll back your driver, which was the same that they had recommended for the NVIDIA users for the stickers that were not showing up. It's completely up to you if you want to re-roll your driver for this or not. But I gotta say that this is not only a problem for AMD GPUs because I use an NVIDIA card and I have the glitches in the UI as well, especially in the store or when you open a loot box, then some of the UI elements just start to wiggle and glitch. So this is not only a problem with the NVIDIA drivers, but still I don't want to roll back my drivers just for this. And yeah, that was it for today. I know this was a lot of bugs and issues and probably has a bit more negative tone than the other videos where you have more positive stuff to talk about. Nonetheless, all of these bugs and issues are part of the game as well, so I think it's important to talk about them, and I just want to keep this up talking about them as well, because I think it's important for you guys to know what kind of issues you can run into and that this stuff is being fixed or at least being worked on, and that this is not flying under the radar of the devs somehow and is just being ignored or something. So this is all of the stuff that they're definitely being worked on. There might be some more, like some smaller issues that they're not writing in the known issues list, but this is all of the major stuff that they're working on, and hopefully this is fixed pretty soon. And yeah, I hope you still enjoyed this video, and if you did and you want to stay tuned for more videos like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye!